Welcome to IRIS Fire Investigations. These videos are provided for the insurance industry, legal community, fellow investigators, and any business that deals with the damage from fire. Our intent is to develop a better understanding of the roles each of us play in the aftermath of structure, vehicle, or wildland fires. The goal of mutual understanding will help all of us improve the service to our respective clients and our industry as a whole. So let's get started. I've had the opportunity in my career to travel around the world to speak to various fire investigation and insurance industry groups. During that time, I've identified 4 commonly used titles that attempt to describe what we do. In this video, I will discuss each of those titles and at the end, identify which one best describes the service we provide for our clients. The 4 terms are arson investigator, followed by fire investigator, followed by cause and origin investigator, and finally, origin and cause investigator. The term arson investigator is less than accurate and at times could be misleading. In truth, it's not an arson until the judge or jury says it's so, or the subject pleads guilty. The investigator also runs the risk while walking into the scene with his overalls emblazoned with arson investigator on the back of being accused of bias or predisposition of finding arson. Investigators should go into a fire scene without any predisposition as to the cause or classification of the fire and should let the facts and data speak for itself. So the next logical term to discuss would be fire investigator. However, as most of us know, fire investigation is not the only incident we routinely investigate. Most fire investigators are also involved in explosion investigations, and sometimes these explosions do not result in a subsequent fire. However, the same techniques that are used to investigate the fires are also employed in the investigation of explosions. So let's look at another term that may encompass both fire and explosion investigations. That term is cause and origin investigator. It's a term that is used quite frequently. However, and at the risk of drawing the ire of many investigators, a systematic approach to a fire or explosion scene investigation generally results in identifying the origin first, and at the origin, the search and identification of the cause of the fire or explosion will be found. Though your goal should be to find the cause and the origin of the fire or explosion, let's discard this term simply because the terms do not reflect the order in which we go about our investigation. Which brings us to our final term and the one that I most prefer, the origin and cause investigator. The term does not limit us to fire scenes or explosion scenes. In fact, the term encompasses both types of incidents. The term does not predispose us to any type of classification of fire, and the terms in the title are in the proper order. We find the origin of the fire or explosion, and in that origin we typically find the cause of the fire or explosion. So there you have it. The term I prefer, and that which best describes the service we provide, is an origin and cause investigator. Thank you. Hi, we need your help. If you have any suggestions for topics for this video series, please send us an email and let us know. It could be based on anything associated with fire and explosion investigations, and we'll do our best to accommodate you. We want to make sure that the information we provide is timely and it's what the viewing public and the fire investigation community wants to see. So with your help, we'll make this series the best that it can be. Thank you.